you know, in the first half, I would say there was 3 plays that we didn't execute well and ended up lead to scoring drives. And in the second half, there was cleaner execution, which led to the point total right there. Yep.
How does C.J. Taylor's emergence lately sort of give you the opportunity to do all kinds of fun stuff, basically, since he can really move around at a lot of places?
CJ's doing well. I was asked this earlier. It's like, the longer you practice, the more comfortable you get. You're going to get better. He's young, so he's just improving. He's able to utilize his talents, which he has. He's got a real knack for the ball, and so just him learning his job and the defense as a whole starting to learn their jobs together. You look at these kids. A lot of these kids are young, and then a lot of these kids have been playing for somebody different every single year, and so what you hope to see and what you see a little bit of is a little bit of cohesion and guys being able to play a little faster.
Anfernee forced 3 turnovers in the last game, and he's leading the SEC in tackles by like 12 tackles. How has he taken such a big step forward, you think?
I think he's just, again, I wasn't here a year ago. I just see a guy that practices really hard and has a good understanding of what he does, and he's a really good athlete. So he's making the plays that he's supposed to make, and he's doing a good job of that.
I know you weren't here a year ago, but do you get a sense from the guys, based on last year's result in South Carolina and how it all went down, that they're really hungry for this win?
I can't really speak to that. Sorry on that. Like, what I can see is a group of guys, continuing to come out and work every single day. I see more cohesion, more execution. I see a cleaner game plan. I just see everything improving. The more we go, the better, we're getting. And to this group's credit, like, I've seen a group come out and practice and play hard every single game, and the results haven't gone our way in some of those instances, but what I've seen is a resilient, tough group come back and really battle, after each tough loss. Again, the schedule, I can't remember how it goes, but like, we've had some tough losses, and after those tough losses, you've seen a team come back, try to put their best foot forward. That says something about character and the direction really that Coach Lee's turning the program.
Against Missouri, you were able to get more pressure on the quarterback than in a lot of previous games. Was that a schematic change, or was it better execution that led to that?
I just think it goes. You asked me this question, I think, a couple weeks ago. A lot of it lends to style of play. They were not an RPO team. We were able to execute on early downs. You execute on early downs, second down, it gets longer, and third down gets longer, and now you can decide what you want to do instead of being reactionary. And so we were less reactionary and more actionary, in that approach.
What stands out about South Carolina's offense when you watch them on TV?
I think their running back's a really good player. I think he challenges your leverage in every instance. I think he's a great player. I think they have 2 or 3 good receivers that they can get the ball to on the perimeter and down the field. I think, like most of these SEC teams that as I'm new in this league, really good tight end play and multiplicity of tight end play in terms of formations and what they can do with those guys, and then they have a quarterback that is a good player, and so it looks like another SEC offense to me.
Not happen, every day.
It comes in the preparation. Just us in practice, I feel like we had a great week of prep all week, and it just showed in all our performance. And for me personally, just dialing my process, just doing everything I can to make plays.
What's the difference in the first half defensively against Missouri in the second half?
Yeah, we obviously just didn't start fast. We didn't have the confidence early, but when we realized, we can, we're good. We're a good football team. Then we started to gain that confidence. So we just gotta have that confidence coming into the game, so we can play dominant throughout the whole 4 quarters.
What are you seeing from C.J. Taylor right now?
C.J. Taylor's a ball player. That's what I call him, ball player. Every time I see him, ball player. He just knows how to play the game. He just goes reckless, has fun, knows what he's doing, plays at a high level, high motor, great effort. I just love playing with him.
What do you see when you watch South Carolina's offense?
South Carolina offense, they have good players. The running back's good, quarterback's good. They have good players, but really, I'm just focused on what we do best against them. So they got a game plan us too. So just focus on us, make sure we do what we do best.
Are you graduating in December?
Yes, I am.
So, this could be the last 4 games of your career. Does this take on extra meaning for you, or how are you approaching that?
I really haven't given much thought about that. I'm just trying to focus on the season right now. do whatever you can do to win as many games as possible, win out if possible, just do whatever I can do for this team.
Yeah, we definitely had a tough little run there. I think, that Missouri one we really felt like was a missed opportunity for us. I think our defense played lights out, and honestly, I think our offense let us down a little bit. And I think, myself, AJ, and a bunch of guys in that side of the ball will tell you that. We'll be the first ones to tell you that. But no, I think, and like I said, I think that the word in our locker room right now is opportunity, a huge opportunity. A South Carolina team that Vanderbilt football has not beaten in a long time coming in here, and a chance to do it at a night game, and we're really excited about it.
You feel like the bye week was good for you guys?
Yeah, I do. This was like the first time I think a lot of us had, because we had the week 0 games, we had 2 bye weeks, and so it was kind of funky. But yeah, I think anytime you get a bye week, it's a healthy mix of, okay, what can we work on, but also how can we get healthier? And I think we did a good balance of both.
When you watch Carolina's games, what do you see?
A lot of good players. They got some dudes over there, and they're not afraid to come up and press you one-on-one and get in your face a little bit. It's what Mizzou did, and they had some success against us. So wouldn't be surprised if we saw some of that. But really, like it's about what we do too. And like I was saying earlier, there were some missed opportunities in Missouri where we could have really blown that game open. And so that's really what we're focused on is capitalizing on those, and that way we're not turning on the film on Sunday saying, shoulda, woulda, coulda, or if this happened, because that's what football is. Football is such a game of ifs. You can say, if this happened, if that happened, yeah, but you got to make it happen. So.
What was the difference? I know that you wanted to beat Missouri, you didn't. You don't take it as a moral victory, but it was obviously a competitive game to the final few seconds. That wasn't the case with your ones before that. What was the difference? I mean, the opponents got a lot easier, but what was the difference between those games before that and the last one you guys played?
Well, I think even in the games, where the score was a little bigger, we're still competitive, we're still fighting, and I mean, don't get me wrong, no moral victories at all. I'm here to win football games, and everybody is. But that's what it is. It's the fight in this football team. That's the stuff that's born in the off season through the summer, and that's what we got. And like you guys know me. Shoot, I've been here for 30 years, and so like I've been a part of a lot of teams, and there's been some times where teams that I've been a part of in the past just lay down, and that's not what this team is, and it's not what it's going to be next week, and it's not what it will ever be as long as his coach is kind of pumping his message into us. So.
Last year, that loss to South Carolina, obviously, I'm sure was gut-wrenching. I mean, does that give you guys a little bit extra of an edge for this one?
Yeah, that definitely one of the I think gut-wrenching. That's a good word or a good phrase to use. A really, really tough one. I remember being in the locker room after the game, specifically, very vividly, and coach being around, and yeah, that was gut-wrenching. And so I think that's one we definitely want to have back. And as I said earlier, it's an unbelievable opportunity we got Saturday night. So we're really excited.
Since there's 4 games left, this is the time where some freshmen are probably going to play more because now they can play and still redshirt. So what have you seen from Cole Spence in terms of like development?
Yeah. So Spence is I'm really excited about him. I think I told you guys earlier in the year. He reminds me a lot of myself when I was younger. Long, lanky, athletic, but he's got it when it comes to the desire and the will to just go out there and do it. And he'll put his nose in there. And he and I have been spending some extra time. We were up here late last night, 7, 8 o'clock, just going over the game plan and stuff. And so, he'll get stronger and develop more as the year goes on. But he's got the desire and he's got the will to go in there and do it. And really, as an older player, I appreciate that. And I'm sure the coaches, if they got that, they can work with it.
I know that the season's still going on. Are you expecting this to be your last season? I mean, you do have 1 year of eligibility left. I think.
Yeah. When I came back, I remember when I made the decision to come back. I guess like December of last year, it was my full intention. Like, okay, this is it. 1 more year, and it kind of has been that way throughout. I think, as you go throughout the year, a lot of things change. I don't have an answer for you right now. I expect it to be, but like I said, anything can happen. At this time last year, I was probably expecting it to be my last year as well. So.